here we are again. It's another morning, and I've still got these late seasonal allergies for some reason. And I don't know why I keep getting these, especially early in the morning. It's a morning thing, I think, more than anything else. But yeah, so it's me. It's your good buddy Spider. Let me pull up the banner. There you go. Banner. And let's get into the news. You're sipping coffee with Spider and listening to the news. So let's see what we have here, huh? Some gaming news starting off. PlayStation is shutting down a PS4 exclusive for good. What game is it? Let's take a look. Let's see. The game is Gran Turismo Sport. It's a PS4 exclusive, and it's never been on any other system, and it is being taken down for good. The online services will come to an end as of January 31st, 2024. So next year. Yeah, so if you want to play it, now is your chance before it goes away for good. Associated Press, New York City area gets one of its wettest days in decades as rain swamps subways and streets. And I'm looking at the pictures, and man, that is pretty bad. You usually don't get this kind of flooding in New York City or in the greater New York area, but wow. Yeah, it's at least up to halfway up your tires in a car. In an SUV, it looks like. Maybe those are crossovers. It's hard to tell from the picture here, but yeah, pretty high up. So hopefully, if you are in New York City dealing with this weather, I hope you are safe and your home is high enough not to be inundated. It's good coffee today. Huh. Now, this is local news. I didn't make a big deal about this when it happened, but now it's kind of getting interesting. Ex-Marlington bus driver skips court hearing for crash citation. Now, this happened in a nearby town from where I live. And apparently something happened and this bus driver was driving recklessly, something like that. And the bus tipped over and kids were hurt. And it looks like she didn't show up for her hearing. Now, it's in the local newspaper called The Repository, which is paywalled, so I don't have access to the full details. But that's a shame. That's a shame. They're going to end up chalking that up to some extra negligence, and I think she's going to probably get some. It'll probably go to court at this point. Like, instead of just a hearing, just like a fine or a punishment or whatever, they'll probably take it to court. They'll probably take a look at history and a bunch of other things. It'll be a lot worse, unfortunately. Should have just gone. Should have just gone. IGN with some non-gaming news, which is interesting for them. Scientists have successfully measured the influence of gravity on antimatter for the first time, and that's pretty cool because that's going to lead to the potential safe manipulation of antimatter, because then we can use the forces of gravity. I'm not sure how. I'm not that kind of a scientist, but it's still very exciting. Very exciting. Earth.com, they're parading this story around all over the place. Mysterious black dust found on Bennu asteroid samples. This is from the OSIRIS-REx asteroid material retrieval mission. And it brought back materials from the asteroid, but it also was covered in this black dust. And it's not really mysterious. They said it was carbon. I think the mystery is more how it got coated the way it did. But I believe it's carbon from some of their early stories. Like a lot of the stories that have gone on to make it be like It's real mysterious. Oh my gosh, it's something crazy. Oh my goodness, what is it? What could it be? But it's just carbon. It's carbon. Still interesting though. Good stuff. From WWG, Bioshock 4 release date surfaces online. That's good. And it's very far away. That's not good. So let's see. How far away is it? It was announced on December 9th, 2019. And it does not have the series creator Ken Levine working on it. Apparently, it's been having major development issues. And it's slated, let me turn that down, to be in 2028. Gonna sneeze. Ooh, I had a sneeze building up. I knew it. Oh, pardon me. It's allergies, guys. Whew. Let's see. The resume that it was listed on has since been updated to say 2023, but not before the internet got its receipt, of course. Whew. Oh, man, I've been sneezing. I sneezed all day yesterday. Don't mind me as I'm trying to get this from pouring out my nose here. So this is all rumor, and it could have been a mistake. It could have just not been 2028. It could have been a lot sooner. But so take it with a grain of salt, of course. That was from WWG. For those interested, from Billboard, Tina Turner, Queen of Rock and Roll retrospective album on the way, which is probably going to be hits and deep cuts and things of that nature. So if you are a Tina Turner fan, that will definitely turn on some heat for you. Oh, goodness. Popular Mechanics stating the obvious: alien life may not even look like life. And this is an argument that's gone on for a long time among people in the search for extraterrestrial life community, I suppose. It's that the way we define life may not be the only way you can define life. And there might be all kinds of different versions of creatures out there, and we just might not even recognize them. We might not recognize them because they don't resemble what we expect. There could be life on very close by that we just don't recognize because we don't know what it looks like. So it's an interesting argument. Blow my nose here. Oh, man, I apologize for all this noise. It's probably pretty gross for you. Associated Press, the American soldier who bolted into North Korea 2 months ago has returned to the U.S. Now, this is an interesting story as well because he ran off, they captured him, and they've held him for the 2 months. Their government has held him. And now he's back. He's been given back. And so I have to wonder if he came back of his own volition, or if they asked him to come back, or if they sent him back with instructions. North Korea is not the smartest dictatorship in the world. I'm not talking about the average citizen. I don't know them. Their leadership is not the smartest. And so I tend to think if they gave him instructions to spy on us, that we'd be able to find that out pretty easily. And if they gave him some kind of devices, we'd be able to sniff him out super simple. But who knows? I don't know. Oh, goodness. According to Wired, a revelation about trees is messing with climate calculations. Well, let's take a look. What is the revelation about trees? Trees make clouds by releasing small quantities of vapors called my goodness, sesquiterpenes. Sesquiterpenes. And it's making climate models hazy. Very interesting. Very interesting. We don't understand all of the things that the plants on our planet do. We think we do. And so we think we understand our climate and how everything affects it and all the different ins and outs. And we think we're pretty confident that we're the main cause for anything that goes wrong that we don't understand. And we're learning more and more that we might not be correct about that. We might not be correct about that. Another one from Associated Press: food prices are rising as countries limit exports. Associated Press says blame climate change, El Nino, and Russia's war. And you know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to blame the lack of domestic production because that's really the problem. We need to stop worrying about exports from other countries, and we need to make things here. Grow wheat so we can make our own bread. Stop messing around and outsourcing all this stuff. Other countries own more of our cattle industry than we do. Do you get that? I mean, it's crazy. Like, other countries control our food supply that we have here. It doesn't make any sense, does it? And we're blaming it on climate change and El Nino, and we're blaming it on Russia because, of course, blaming everything on Russia. Russia, Russia, Russia. If we did the things here, we wouldn't have to worry about that. But we don't. PC Mag with a gotcha. Google catches surveillance company exploiting serious flaw in Chrome. Oh my gosh. And you know, people wonder why I don't use Chrome. I refuse. I don't like Google products. They're easily broken. They're too widespread. And they don't work the way I want them to. They always give me results that I'm not interested in. They don't give me the results that I'm looking for. So Google's going to have to work harder. We'll see how it goes. Another one from Associated Press and my go-to newspaper today, apparently. Court rejects Donald Trump's bid to delay trial in wake of fraud ruling that threatens his business. And you're going to see a lot of this back and forth. He's going to try to delay as much of it as possible so that he can cancel it out if he wins the election or influence whoever does win the election. And they're going to try to work very hard to be like, no, we're moving quickly and as fast as we can because they're trying to invalidate him. They're trying to get towards the 14th Amendment, and they're trying to block him from even being on the ballot to begin with. And again, it doesn't matter whether he did anything wrong or not, and I'm not saying he didn't or did. It's outside of the realm of what I'm saying. So I'm not defending or attacking anyone. It doesn't matter any about that stuff. What matters is that the more and the faster and the harder they're going after him, the worse it's going to look because it looks like a personal vendetta. It does. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying those are the optics. It looks like a personal vendetta from a lot of people. And that's going to hurt people. They think they're going to overcome it. They think people are going to be like, oh, no, people are smarter than that. But people aren't. People are not smarter than that. People see and they decide. So, we'll see how it goes. WWG with some clickbait. New Elder Scrolls game released and it's free. It's probably a mobile game. The Elder Scrolls Castles. It's a simulation game, which is an early access form for Android via Google as a free-to-play game. That's right. It's a mobile game, so it's trash. Let's not spend any more time on that. Mobile games are trash. Don't argue with me about it. Facts are facts. Play real games. Okay? Play real games. Let's see what else we got. Reuters going to be paywalled. The United Auto Workers Union of Auto Workers makes new counter proposal to Chrysler parent Stellantis. This is still ongoing. It's been a while. There's still no resolution. Hope you didn't want a new car from the United States anytime soon. Hope you didn't want a new car from here anytime soon. Oh, goodness. Phys.org, PHYS. Biological particles found to play crucial role in Arctic cloud ice formation. The Arctic has a lot to teach us still. As different things are melting and the permafrost is adjusting and the climate is doing what it does, we're learning more about what's up there. And I, for one, find that to be pretty fascinating. I know it's a scary time for people because they're concerned about the ice caps and they're concerned about the glacier and that kind of stuff. But all the stuff that's coming to light is super interesting, and I'm in for it. And this is just a perfect example. They're learning how the weather works differently up there compared to other places, not just because it's cold or away from the sun and whatnot. There's different factors at play. So it's good stuff. Good stuff. And because my nose is just going crazy right now, guys, I don't want to keep snorting in your ear. And I'm going to just go ahead and cut it short and be back at it tomorrow morning. That way you guys don't have to hear me just snorting my snort. So why don't you make some tea for me today, huh? Make a big old pot of nice black tea, and I will join you for that and hopefully clear my sinuses. Let's do that together. You and me have some tea for breakfast. Some tea and maybe some bacon. You know, gotta have it.